Now, I know we were all hoping to make our bag in the trading game in Memecoins, but unfortunately, that's just not reality. The game is rigged against the traders, but good news, I have found a step-by-step, easy-to-follow method that allows me to dev coins and make 6 figures in my Phantom wallet. Watch this video and find out how. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Your capital is still at risk. I'm just here to explain how the process works. Okay, I'm happy to announce, guys, we are coming up to the live demonstration. But just one more thing before we get into that. I mean, one thing I like to do is look at some of the current charts and see what kind of stories are unfolding here. Now, this one is quite interesting because this one hasn't been running for very long. This is only a 2-hour coin, okay, so far. It's only been running for 2 hours, and already we've got some ridiculous numbers. Liquidity up at 51.7k. I mean, this is a silly coin in terms of the numbers that these guys are running. Now, what's happening here is it's probably a coin which had a lot of hype behind it already before it even launched, and I imagine they've probably taken advantage of some of the tools that we will use to give our coin a really early kick as well, because, you know, this does not feel organic. Normally coins have to run at a bit of a flat rate for a while before they actually kick up. And I mean, looking at some of the top traders here, yeah, we've got these all of a sudden kicks up, massive P&L boosters. So they've obviously figured out something that everybody else hasn't. So maybe, just maybe, if you keep watching, I will let you in on at least one of those secrets, which is createcoin.fun. That is a platform that allows you to launch your own coin with a little bit of Solana, and you don't need to know how to code. There is no coding required. You don't need to go clackety clackety clack on your keyboard. You don't need to be like Oracle from Batman, but you just need to be able to click some buttons and then you can launch your own coin. This is a tool that is going to completely rip open the gates on deving. So let's have a look at the pump market. Now, the pump market is a market that all the other coin devs launch their coins on, all right, or at least most of them. Now, the problem with that is 10,000 coins every second, or, you know, something like that, are being pumped into this market. So if you launch your coin alongside the 10,000 that are already launching, and then the ones that are already there, you're going to get lost in all that noise. But let's switch over using Dynamic on Axiom to the Meteora market. Now, you can see here, the market caps are looking way better. So we have got coins in the tens of Ks. We've got coins in the millions. I've seen coins go up to the billions. Are there any on there today? Doesn't look like it. Okay, but that's fine. So you can see a much better market for our coin. Now, let's take a look at createcoin.fun. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure we've got enough money to get us going. So we've got just over $100 in the Phantom wallet. That's what we need. We're going to connect the wallet. We're going to click Phantom. Easy as that. Following so far? I hope so, because that was really complicated. Now, here we are. What we're going to do is we are going to launch our token. So normally you could go and create your own from scratch. You can give it a name. You can give it a symbol. You can put it on a cool narrative. You can make it so that you can call it Elon's left butt cheek or whatever you want to do. And then you can launch that and hope it picks up steam. No, we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do instead, we are going to hit copy trending. Now, this is a tool that shows us the coins that are already performing really well on the pump market. And if they're already performing well on the pump market, then they are going to do extremely well on the Meteora market. So we have got a bunch of coins here. We can pick whatever one we want. I mean, for the amount of time we're going to run the coin, it doesn't really matter. But, you know, if you're going to run a coin very long term, might be worth looking at the market cap when it was last paired, things like that. If you're not happy with any of those coins, you can just hit refresh up here, and then you will get a whole new plethora of coins available to you. I might go with Cash Cat for today. Let's go with that because we want to make some cash, and I like cats, are pretty cool. Let's go ahead and copy the coin. Now, initially what's going to happen is your Phantom wallet will come up with request blocked. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to click proceed, we need to click confirm, we need to tick a box and click confirm again. Okay, so this is a standard part of the process, normal procedure. I do this every single time I set one of these up. So we're just going to click through that, and then our coin will be created. Now, it's created, but it's not on the market. So what we need to do is we need to create a liquidity pool. What this is us putting a little bit of our soul into the coin, a bit of a soul. So, you know, there's a spiritual angle to this. Bit of Solana into the coin, and then that puts it on the market with an initial investment. The only thing you have to change on this page is the amount of soul. Don't worry about the amount of tokens or anything like that. Just change the amount of soul. So what I tend to do is I tend to only put in a little bit, really. I put in 0.2 Solana. That's it. It's not a great deal. Just 0.2 Solana, and we're good to go. I think it's roughly $15 worth at market value-ish, maybe a bit more, maybe about $20, but somewhere in that region. And then we're just going to hit confirm on that, okay? And then our coin will be on the market very soon. It takes a minute or two just to get on there. So now we've got a few bits of information here. We've got our estimated value, there you go, $15, and we've got our pooled SOL and everything else. But we're going to click the lightning bolt button, and with that lightning bolt button, we will have a booster. So the boost puts us at the top of Dex Screener's trending list for an hour. It costs us 0.25 Solana, but again, like our initial investment, this will pay itself and then some. This is going to put us in front of loads of bots and trend chasers who just click stuff without thinking about it. All right, and those are the people we want to take advantage of when we eventually pull all that liquidity. So let's hit confirm on there. We are going to purchase the boost. All right, so that boost is now done. We are at the top of Dex Screener's trending list. Let's take a quick look on Dex Screener and see how we are performing. So here we go. Here's our coin at 0. It's uploaded onto market. There's its name and symbol, etc. And as you can see here, we've already got a load of interest already. We are at 69 nice traders already, and we're just going up. We're going up, and obviously there's some fluctuation. Naturally, we all know this game, but you know, briefly we were up nearly 3k in our market cap there. We're back up to 2. This is fantastic. So I of course make money on these coins every time I make one of these videos. If you want to be in with a chance of winning half of what I make off this coin, like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I will put you into a prize pool where you could win half of what I make from this coin. So in a mo, I'm going to go straight back to create coin. You know, we're just going to let this run for a bit, but I'll go back to create coin, and then I'll show you the final step of this process. Let's head back now. So here we are on create coin. We're going to hit a refresh. So our 0.2 SOL will transform. So will our estimated value. Let's have a look how much SOL and how much money we've got sitting in this coin now after running it for just over a few minutes. Let's see. So taking a long time to refresh. Recently my connection's not been great. So wow, look at that. Okay, we have 18 Solana, whole Solana. We're at 1.45k. Hit the minus button, pull 100% of that liquidity, remove all of it and put it in your pocket. Fantastic. What a result. So we're going to hit confirm on that, and then we will see how much money has ended up in our Phantom wallet. I wager somewhere in the region of 1400. There we go. Look at that. Brilliant. Guys, this is such a successful method. You've got to get on this real quick.